I think that today we're going to finally be updating the controller input. So I can use a USB controller to play this game. I have a Xbox 360 controller here I plan on using. Finally broke that thing out. Let's see, first of all, can I do anything with it? I'm pretty sure not, because everything's mapped to WASD. So if I do anything, if I play the game right now, I will get 0 feedback. Let's see here. Of course, thank you. Yep. None of the buttons map to any of the keys that I've mapped so far, so. Alright, so I guess I'm just gonna have to go into the input manager. Let's see, first of all, let's change the way the input works. I'm gonna have like a controller here. Yeah. Controller. Something like that. And this is going to be getting all the input. And then I can always ask this thing what the state of all the input is. Something like that. So I'll just do that in the update. And I'll have all kinds of buttons. I know that. I handle the analog stick. Some kind of like, that's pretty much what it would be. I think. I think so. Oh wait, a stick is going to be something separate, not a button. That's pretty much it for now. Everything else I can treat as a button. So then I can say that I have I want to say D-pad, but like arrow. Before I assign them to move, I think, on player. Control, move, no? Control, move, jump. Right, and I can just remap these to whatever the controller says, instead of what the Unity input says. Right. That's kind of the plan. So I'll just say D-pad then. Yeah, pad up. How about that? Oops. Oh, I should add that stick, right? Vector stick. What the hell? Stick. So this will be pad down, left, right. Okay, and then I'll have the face buttons, which I guess will just be action buttons. I guess I'll have start and select 2. 2, 3, direction up. In this case would be Y. It's kind of weird. I can use AVXY, it's probably not a big deal. I'll just use the direction. Action down, action left, action right. And then I'll also have the left 1, left trigger 1. There's your bumpers and triggers like L1, L2. This is right trigger. Right trigger 1, right trigger 2. Or shoulder, I should say. I'm going to say shoulder. Shoulder. Paste. Okay. And then I guess command. Somebody presses the Xbox button. I'm pretty sure that does like OS specific stuff. Oh yeah. Yep. I don't think. Oh, you can't even see that apparently. Yeah, OBS can't capture it, but it does pop up like the whole Xbox experience thing. So I'm not going to worry about that button. I will go ahead and do start and select. Oh, that gives me a pause, right? Pause screen. So we're going to have quit, restart. I think that's it. Cheat codes. Infinite shield of some kind. Max power-ups. I don't know. It's not really too much you can do. Infinite jetpack, that'd be a fun one. Alright, alright, so now that I have that set up, I'm going to go back to the controller. And this will be the left stick also. Or should I say, stick primary. Secondary. And then command left, command right. And this will be start. On the right will be start, on the left will be select. I'm pretty sure that's what they still named them. Start and back. It's named back on the Xbox. Traditionally start and select. I'll never think of them as anything different. I don't even need this secondary stick, but I'll leave it in there for now. And that's all the buttons. That's probably the most. Alright, so let's do some logging. Input dot any key. Is any key or mouse button currently held down? Is any key or mouse button? Well, one thing I can do is map it to the keyboard as well. So I don't know how I want to do this, but let's try that. Okay, so oh, what is like input.get axis? Returns the value of the virtual axis identified by axis name. Is this a value 0 to 1? Because then I can say, because this is going to be a float, right? Yeah. I'm guessing it's 0 to 1. So I can say stick primary dot x, right? Stick primary dot y is that. That's vertical. I'll worry about the rest of it later. Pad up. Input.get key. Process set controller button states game controller button, and I will need a key code, key 1, key code, key 2. Some of them could be either or, so I could have the shoot button be left or right shift. Set controller states from keyboard. It's key code. What is this, like a class of some kind? It's an enum. What is its default value? Does it have a key code dot none? Never return result. Okay, good. So if how should I do this? First of all, I want to clear its states. As well. I guess I could do that. Unless I leave the states first. And then just set it to whatever the input coming in is. Okay, so if input.get key, get key, oh, there's just get key. Oh, I can just take advantage of all of them, so it doesn't matter. Right, button dot down equals input.get key down, key 1 or input.get key down, 2. And that doesn't work because they're not public. Right. And then button dot hold is the same thing. So get key down, it's just get key. And then finally up is get key up. And then I don't have to clear them either, I think. So then set controller button keyboard, pad up, yeah. The first one's going to be keycode.w, and the other one's going to be keycode.up arrow. So that's going to be a ref. Then we're going to pad down, left, right, action, up, down, left, right, left shoulder, right shoulder, 2, 2, command, command. Okay. So this is going to be S, then down arrow, pad down, left, right, action up, down, left, right, left shoulder 1, left shoulder 2, right shoulder 1, right shoulder 2, and left, and right. So that's W, S, A, D. This is left arrow, right arrow. What else can I do here? Action up. Okay, so here I'm going to use the opposite. I'm going to use the other home row keys, J, K, I, L, or I, J, K, L. Action up is I, or I can set it to something else. What would action up be? Probably nothing that I can think of. Let me think, how would I want to play this? I would want X to be shoot, probably. I feel like that makes sense. Or the right trigger, even. So I can make the shoulder buttons do stuff too. And then A can just simply be jump. Alright, so that could also be spacebar. So I is up. I don't really care what that is. None. Yeah, I don't know. Could also be the interaction button. So E could be the right one. Well, hold on, let me do one at a time. So I, and now down is A, which is K, and K is jump, which is space. Also, okay, then interaction is B, which will be L, which is also enter, add enter, return. And then action Oh wait, that was supposed to be action left. That's supposed to be J. This one's supposed to be shoot. So this is, oh, that's a tough one. I want to say shift, but I guess I could say left shift, although I'd rather have there be a shoulder button. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna say none. So J and then L, which I just said was going to be spacebar. No. Return. Now we got left shoulder 1. I don't know what the ones are going to be right now. Left shoulder 2, none also. Right shoulder 1, none also. And right shoulder 2 is going to be left shift or yeah, I'm not sure. Left shift or E. There was one that I was going to make E. I guess that was going to be the same as return. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, huh? I guess I could use E for this one. Right shoulder 2, I guess it's none. Or right shift. Right shift, both of them do the same thing. Command left. I'm not going to have any control mapping stuff. If I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Command left, start and select. So start should be probably the escape key is one of them. Oh, but that's left. I don't know what I want to do with select yet. So the right would be start, so that's going to be escape. And can also do return. That's also command right. That's kind of weird. So if I press return, the start button and the action button will be pressed. It's not that great. Down, left, J, none. I don't know. This is gonna need some work. All right. So given that, let's say I get an input from that. If I then press a button on the, I don't want to say because I'm not pressing the button on the controller, then that means the button's not down, because I could have pressed the button on the keyboard. So I'm guessing I'll have to do if statements here or something. Or just know that I'm doing it second, that I'm checking the controller as a secondary. I don't know, I'm gonna have to start remapping. Well, let's just see if this starts to work. I'm gonna have to, let's go to player. Oh, let's add a game controller. Right, I just put it on the level manager, honestly. Level manager is also in the root scene, so that's fine. Game controller there. And then for player, let's see what we could do here. An easy way to access the game controller. I can also do the whole singleton thing. Even though the level manager itself I can just register it with the level manager. That's gonna be difficult, I think. No? On start. All this stuff could be static. I don't see why not. Be kind of weird. Public static. Alright, what's happening here? This has to be a public struct or something. Yeah. Okay. Seems easy enough. And now the player can just grab it from there. So, where are my inputs? Input dot, there we go. So move up. Now it's going to be game controller move. What? Arrow up? Action up? Deep pad up. Pad up, right? So that's, oh, dot hold. Yeah. Alright, so this is going to be pad down dot hold left right. Okay. Jump is action down. Action down, down. This is going to be hold jump. Action down, hold. Shoot is going to be action left dot down or controller dot right shoulder 2 dot down, and then thing, but holding it. Yeah. And that's all the input, I think. So let's see if the game still works. It does. What is happening? Why was the camera acting like that? Is that just a fluke? Or is it the screen shake? Man, I gotta turn off the screen shake again and fix it. It's driving me nuts. What's going on, man? I am doing some work abstracting the game controller so that I can use this bad boy. So I got actually all this stuff set up nice. So now I'm using this class instead of Unity's input class, and now I can add in the game controller into it. I just have to figure out what the hell. I gotta screw around with Unity's input manager, I guess. Is that in project settings? Input manager. Alright, all the axes. There was a different way to do this once. Negative button, positive button. Man, they really reference them by name? Mouse scroll wheel. Submit. Return. Submit. Enter. Escape. I don't like any of this. Join get motion from all joysticks. What? Get motion from all joysticks. What does that mean? Nothing? I just have to figure out what the hell the buttons map to, I guess. Get button down, is that what it is? String button name returns true if the user pressed down on the virtual button. Joystick, get joystick names. Describing the connected joysticks. Is joystick pre-configured? Pre-configured by Unity. Okay. Sure, I want to see what happens here. Oh, that's on update. Ah, whatever. A string array. Damn it, doesn't print it out. Well, I'm going to go ahead and guess there's at least one, so. Gamepad for Xbox 360. Okay, bye. Is it pre-configured? Whatever that means. It is pre-configured by Unity. Now, what the hell does that mean? Alright, joystick buttons. Part 11. Using an Xbox controller. Let's look at this. Alright, so here's a map actually. Left stick and already has horizontal and vertical. This is called 4th axis and 5th axis. Oh, -1 to 1. Okay. And this one's 1 to -1. Okay. D-pad is the 6th axis. What? Alright. -1. 0.64. What does that mean? Who set that up? Okay. I don't really care what this guy's doing, I guess. I'm just gonna grab these guys. Left stick button. Oh, I forgot about that. I'm not gonna use that though. The stick clicks. Clicking in the stick. View is back. So. I guess what I'll do is if anything happened on the keyboard, don't take input from the controller. This frame, we'll do that. Return button dot down or button dot hold or button dot up. Okay. So then, any keyboard input. Equals any keyboard input or that. that once it's true, it's always true. And then if not any keyboard input, then we're going to check controller input. Okay. Set controller button states from joystick button and joystick button name. Something like that. How do I know whether it's up or down or whatever? Get button. Get button. All right. Button dot. What does this even look like? Input dot get button. Okay, so there's a get button up and down. Okay, cool. Oh, I could even incorporate the mouse if I really wanted to, but no. Alright, so button dot. It's actually really similar to this. Except I don't need the second options. This is always going to be joystick button name. And this is going to be get button down, get button, and get button up. Okay. Set controller joystick, add up. Now this one's tricky because it doesn't actually do it. On Xbox, this is apparently not a button. It's an I don't really know. I'll have to check, honestly. You know what? If just in case, get button button back button leaves app. Android, Windows Phone, or tablet. Yeah, that's good. Any key, get access. Fine. Log button and button name. If input.get button name debug.log. Screw it. Button name. Alright. And then log button joystick 1. Right, that's what they were named. Like this? That's how it goes? Overlook a lot of them. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Pretty sure there's more. Maybe not. Wait a second. Horizontal, vertical. positive button, joystick button. Is that how they're naming it? This is a setup I have for Xbox One controller on Windows 10. So is that not correct? There is a... Oh, hold on. I think... There was a way that this was done before. Be get access. I'm just gonna try this really quick. See if anything gets logged. Okay. Joystick button 0 is not set up. Huh. Interesting. So name is horizontal. Left shift space jump. So nothing has joystick button 1 in it. Okay. So then I'm just going to rename all this. Mouse movement. Joystick 1. Okay. I guess I'm going to go, can I like increase the size of this? That means I need, I'm going to go to like 45. Of course they're all named debuggers. Okay, so. Oh, in that case, I'm just going to do 31. Name it Xbox something. Okay. Xbox. Action. Oh. Well, I'm already writing Xbox. Y. Now I'm going to say 45. Okay. Xbox. A. X. B. Ah, damn, they all need like a weird other setup, don't they? What the hell is negative button? And what is positive button? Does this have to be like, is this how I do this? Joystick, button. Oh man, I have to copy this guy thing. You know what, I've done this before. Let me just double check to make sure. I want to remember how I set it up back then. When was the last time I touched this project? This is the project Julio and I used to work on that we used to stream. Oh man, it was a while back. Checking for changes. Okay. Game input. Did a very similar thing here, but it was a bit more involved. Okay. So none of that. Positive button, negative button. Uh-huh. Keycode.joystick button. Joystick 1 button something. Okay, so that's how that was working. Button 7 of first joystick. Finally, I thought I had to do some stuff here. Nope, doesn't look like I did anything. I thought I did. There's nothing really set up. Ninth axis, 10th axis, 6th axis. Did I have to do that? Is that also set up on the other project? Third axis, x-axis. Are there multiple fire ones? Third axis. Go back to 30. It's weird that left trigger secondary horizontal second. So I did do some stuff here. All right. Oh, move horizontal, move vertical. So I changed the names for some reason. All right. Secondary horizontal, fourth axis. Okay, so I did change some stuff around. So I could grab the, wait a second, y-axis, x-axis. Why is this set to x-axis? Negative button, positive button. Okay. I'm going to try to copy what I did here as best as possible. So I set them all to point 19 for a dead zone. I didn't want movement unless there was significant movement on the controller. Right, why this is y-axis is weird. Move vertical, joystick axis. Oh, so I took out all the buttons from that so I could rely on key codes. And I got rid of everything. Sensitivity 1. No snap and yes invert. Flip positive and negative. That shouldn't matter. Joystick axis. Okay. All of these are going to be joystick axis. So secondary H 19, joystick axis, third axis, fourth axis, fifth axis. Secondary B 19, fifth axis. What else? Left trigger, ninth axis. Do I even need the D-pad X, D-pad Y? Oh, because the left trigger and right trigger are like, they're not buttons because they have ranges. It's kind of dumb, but I guess I get it. Oh, and I think I know why I inverted the verticals. Which project is this now? Oh, okay. So this is going to be left trigger, I think. I don't know what I did for left trigger. 0.19. Oh, sensitivity has to be 1 on all of these. 1. 1. So yeah, there's a reason I inverted the verticals. Left trigger, ninth axis. Right trigger, 0, 1, 19. Joystick axis, 10th axis or 11th axis? 10th. Okay. And then finally, D-pad X, D-pad Y. D-pad X. Just need the same. Pad X, which has the same probably setup here. D-pad X. Oh, I actually didn't set anything up for that, but it is joystick sixth axis, 1000. Oh shit, the bug just flew in here. I'll worry about it later. So 0.01, I guess, and sensitivity of 1000 for some reason, and it's joystick axis, sixth axis, axis, and then D-pad Y, D-pad Y, 1000, 0.01, joypad, I guess 7th axis, yeah. Alright, so now that's set up. I probably won't even use the D-pad for anything. I mean, maybe I can. We'll see. So I can actually jump out of this game now. And get out of there. Go back to game controller. So instead of this craziness, I do. Oh, right. Should probably put that back, huh? So this is actually going to be key code. Key code. Get button. I wouldn't even do get button. Input dot get key. Or can I use a key code on a get button? Probably can't do that, huh? So they are registered as keys. Log. Just the key code. It should spell out the enum's name. Should. So then instead of this, yeah, key code dot joystick 1 button 0. Okay, so now I can do this down the list. Man, this is some annoying stuff. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Let's see how far it goes. Oh, not 22. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right. 17, 18, 18, 19. 20? Nope, just 19 buttons. So if it's being pressed, it's gonna log it. Okay. Let's start writing some stuff down. Scratch pad here. On top of everything. This is my sandbox. Let me just disable this thing and disable these ships, and then I can get a nice peaceful game going. Okay, so let's go look at the log. Alright, so starting with select button 6. Alright, so let's see, select button 6, start button 7. I could just not save it and keep writing in here. This is select, start, yeah, I'll do that. Left stick click. Yeah, just as I guessed. Right stick click. 4, 5. Left bumper. Right bumper. A, B, X, Y. In that order, actually. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. A, B, X, Y. Okay. Any other buttons I care about? So yeah, left trigger does nothing, right trigger does nothing. Moving the sticks around does nothing. And using the joystick does nothing. And pressing the Xbox button does nothing. So that's all the buttons. Just save this for later. Alright, let's let's write in some stuff here now. So I don't need any of these buttons unused. Unused on Xbox controller. As far as I can tell. I don't know. Oh, actually, yeah. Do that. Okay, so now what I really want is to use a key code again for all these buttons. Or an axis. Yeah, because I'm not going to use a sensitivity on the left trigger and right trigger. Or, yeah. To get the Xbox button to work? Nothing, I just plugged it in. Well, I mean, supposedly this joystick 1 button key code, these key codes are for buttons on any joystick that you have. I'm guessing if you had a second joystick, it would be joystick 2. Yeah, so I'm only going to use 1 though. And I'm not sure how they would determine which one's 1 and which one's 2. Whichever one was registered first with Unity, I don't know. So this is not a button name, this is a key code. Joystick key code. Alright, so get button down. Joystick key code. So why is this now? Oh, I'll just use key then, right? Key down, key up. So, pad up, this is actually not going to be a button. I have to use other methods for that. But I can use it for A, B, X, Y. Oops. So let's say an A is actually action right. So let me start with action up, right? So this is actually key code dot joystick 3. Joystick 1 button 3. Oh man, just see how many joysticks do you support? Joystick button 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, 8. Supports 8 joysticks. Joystick button 3. So any joystick button 3? Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so oops. So it's up, down, left, right. I can do left shoulder 1, right shoulder 1, command left and right. Command left and right, okay. Action down, left, right, left shoulder 1, right shoulder 1, command left, command right, and this is going to be, down is A, so that's 0, left is X, so that's 2, and then this is 1. Okay, left shoulder is left bumper, that's 4, that's going to be 5, command left, select is 6, start is 7. I'm not going to do left stick click or right stick click. guess I'll just comment this stuff out for it was interesting. So I'll take care of the buttons. I want to use the triggers, I think, though. There's that bug again. There was a bug on the controller. Literal bug flying around this office. No idea. There we go. That's a problem for when I walk out into the hallway now. Let's see here. So those are the buttons. How am I going to get left shoulder 2, right shoulder 2? Well, left shoulder 2 I don't really care about. Not really using it. Right shoulder 2 I want to use for shooting. So that's going to be a different axis. I'm going to do like get axis as void set controller button from axis. Game controller button. And then it's going to be the axis name. And it's going to do something like how's this going to work? So how about this? Float range start, range end. Yeah, something like that. So button. So it's going to be all of them. So button. There's not going to be any down, I guess. That's interesting. How about this? Button dot hold equals let's use some weird trickery here. Input get axis. What the hell is axis versus raw? Turns the value of the virtual axis identified by axis name with no smoothing filter applied. Okay, get axis. Okay. Axis value is axis name. If axis value, or should I say button dot hold equals axis value is greater than or equal to range start and less than or equal to range end. Oh, how am I writing this? Axis value if button dot down, if the button is currently set to down, which means I set it to down on the previous frame, okay, okay, I should probably do that first. If the button is down from the previous frame and the button dot hold, I guess it doesn't matter. If the button is down, then the button is no longer down. Hold equals that. If hold so this is going to be tricky because now I want to set down if down was not set, but I just unset it. Can I do that in the same frame, or am I going to need that dumb was down variable? It's less confusing, I guess. Let's do was down. And I can do that here. Else, if it wasn't down and it is down, then it was down. Button dot hold equals true, button dot down equals true, button dot was down equals true. This doesn't even make sense. Hold on. I'm setting down to true, but I have the was down to set it back to false. If the button is registered not as was down, it's currently down, was down is true. So that way was down always resets it to false. Right. So was down is just going to keep being true and continue to unset. So what sets was down to false? If the thing is not being held. So I can also do that here specifically. So if hold, otherwise, button dot hold equals false, button dot down equals false, button dot was down is also false. It's not down at all. Button dot up equals true. Button dot was up equals true. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. Can't use that. Okay. If button dot okay, hold on. If not, if button dot was up, button dot up equals false. And I'll also set was up, button dot was up is false. Else, or no, I'll leave was up to true. And if not was up, then button dot up equals true, and button dot was up equals true. And then I feel like I'm doing this in a really complicated way, and there's a simpler way. I'm just not thinking of it right now. This is gonna make sure to say was up equals false also as soon as I do something. Yeah, maybe this should not be like that, and I can do, well, for sure up is false if they're doing down. Hold is true, up and was up is false. Hold is false, down and was down is false. Then I can just do what I was doing there. Button dot down is true. Right, so if I'm holding the button and then was down, and it sets was down to true so that only on this frame will the down be true. Subsequent frames will set down to false. That makes sense. All right, now let me start calling this damn thing. So that, let's grab move left. No. So I do have the stick primary here also. So I might have to, so now that I have that, I probably don't even need this. I can just do the move thing. Okay. Move, no, pad, up, down, pad up. I already know that this is D pad up. Or no. Did I create 4? Did I create D-pad up and D-pad down? This doesn't make sense. D-pad X and D-pad Y, that's what it is. D-pad Y. And then it's gonna be, oh, that was the axis name. Range start is gonna be, so this is for pad up, so I need from 0 to 1 because it's inverted. And this is going to be pad down. Pad also Y, it's going to be -1 to 0. And then I'm going to grab left and then right. X, left is -1 to 0, and right is 0 to 1. That should work. And then, what's another one? Set controller over from axis. This is going to be left shoulder 1, oops, actually left shoulder 2. Left shoulder I think I called it left trigger. And I guess I'll go all the way, yeah, 0 to 1. And then right shoulder. And that'll be right trigger. And I think that's it now. Man, let's go back to that. Left trigger, right trigger. I have the secondary stick that I don't give a damn about. I can then also set these to the horizontal and vertical axes. I kind of want to rename these now. It's for pad. Or I can just use the stick values. I just make this, turn the stick values into buttons. The second stick, right? Or like twin stick shooters, like top down, flying around, where the right stick points the gun. But that's not this game. So I might check the stick values. The primary stick values. Or should I just, I'm debating whether or not to create buttons for them. Stick up and stick down and stick left and stick right. I could just do both actually. I could have both. Stick. Where am I? There we go. Stick, 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 stick. Okay. And then I just remap these to the stick. Right. Stick. That's not stick. Stick, stick, stick. So this is horizontal, horizontal, vertical, vertical. Oops. Okay. Let's see what the hell happens. Get out of here, input manager. Ah, shit. Well, something's stuck, that's for sure. Oh, is it because the range is 0 and the values come back as 0? So it's gonna always think I'm doing up. So if I do like 0 point, I had it set to 19 as the threshold. So 0.2 to negative 0.2. I'm gonna create a threshold here. Stick threshold. Negative stick threshold, stick threshold. Oh, that should be negative also. Negative. Stick, negative stick. Also negative stick and stick. And the trigger should probably also be. Also, was the ship shooting the whole time? If that's the case, that means that this is actually working. So left trigger, I'll go with same thing, stick and stick. And let's see if we got anything going. Okay, let's get the controller. Nothing is happening. Oh, The D-pad works. The directional stick doesn't work though. Oh, that's because I'm using the I'm not, didn't actually put any, anything like that into the player. So he can do, so, like that, and I can just have that in there. So, stick left, stick right, stick down, stick up. Now we're cooking. There we go. Now I'm moving with the joystick. And the trigger works there. Jumping, that's the jump button. I can also shoot with the X button. All right, we're good. This is a lot more fun. Oh, this is way easier to do like the directional movements with the gun now. Definitely recommended. Oh, I can just, it's pretty funny, like I can invoke the, I can hold down the right trigger and mash the X button at the same time so that they're kind of both firing, so that I get the repetition of the X trigger plus the random timing, or not the random timing, but the interval shooting of just holding it down. Nice, this is great. 1 hour and a half. No longer than I thought. All good. It's finally working though. So if you have an Xbox controller, yeah, feels pretty good. I mean, these other buttons don't do anything. This made me actually realize that I should have a pause menu. I hadn't even thought about that until I started implementing the controller. And then I added it to the to-do list. All right, totally. Should I open source this? Do you want this file? I don't know. It's pretty cool. You also have to set up the damn. Actually, yeah, it's not that. It's not that interesting. Well, you'll have to set up these specific axes in the input manager. And I'll just like, I can copy and paste this onto Discord. Input manager without Xbox settings. Because I didn't know which axis to use without Xbox settings. Right, it took me, I had to figure out exactly which, because Unity has it pre-configured. I had to manually say, first of all, that you have to tell it that to look for a joystick axis, I think. Yeah, and then you have to specify which axis on the joystick. And it doesn't really tell you anything. You just have to trial and error, or it's listed online somewhere that the fourth axis represents the D-pad horizontally. And that's the fifth axis, and then the left trigger and right trigger are 9th and 10th axes. Guess I can write that down somewhere. Left trigger and right trigger? What do you mean? I know when you use horizontal, vertical, the D-pad and the D-pad and left joystick control the player. So vertical and horizontal also grabs the D-pad? I didn't know that. I actually set it up separately as well. Custom 8 axes in the input. Controller. That map to specific axes. Buttons on the Xbox controller according to how you pre-configured it. Okay. Let's see here. How do I share like a... Okay, that's not what I want. Why can't I just paste a bunch of text here? Because it's more than so many lines? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, it's weird. It's like Discord automatically recognized that I was trying to send a file, I guess. All right, so let's knock that off the list. Where's that at? USB controller. We rework input. Done. This I might actually do tomorrow. I just got some API information from the guy who made this, so that's good. And tomorrow's Friday. Should do something interesting on a Friday. And probably fix all these bugs. Level XY is shown. The hover button looks like shit. Okay. Camera shake, still wonky. It's the best word I can use to describe it. Offset keeps increasing way too much. Alright. Also, I got the idea, like, maybe I should add cheat codes to the game. That also came after I plugged in the controller, and I was like, hey, what if I do up, up, down, down, left, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just fun little things that probably aren't too much work overall. I don't think a cheat code would be too much work to do. I think. So maybe I can do that tomorrow too. All right. Yeah, okay. All right, man, we'll take it easy. I'll be back tomorrow. I did what I needed to do, kept it short. Well, not really.